Hey, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start off source by giving no praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Dash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth with sincerity. This one's on an article that I read earlier on in the day, man. It says a whale dies after eating 29 kilos of plastic in trashed waters. Now it's happened in Murcia, Spain. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That word there, Murcia, right, over there in Spain land, right? And you see, this was all what was all up in its belly. It's 29 kilograms. I don't know what that is in pounds. No American like pounds, but hey, this is why this place has to go, right? Because why is a whale dying from plastic poisoning? Right, and washing up on the ports, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's so terrible," for like a day, and then what do you call it? And then we'll just go back to being normal, right? But this is why we vehemently want the Lord to come back, because these things continue on. I mean, that's this is messing up the ecosystem of the waters. It has profound effects that we don't even fully know about, right? Let me get this real quick. Right, it says Matthew 24 and 22 says, "And except those days should be shortened, they should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." Right? Because, like I said, all of this is making imbalances in the ecosystems of the waters and of the world in a general sense, right? Because it ain't just whales that are what do you call it, that are dying from eating plastics. You've got smaller animals ingesting plastic, right? This is for smaller fishes, fishes that we can eat, right? So when this fish, when these fishes eat them, right, you get this thing called bioaccumulation, right? Where basically, let me get that up. Bioaccumulation. If I can spell, I can't spell. Accumulate. How do you spell this word? Maybe it's not one. Basically bioaccumulation, right? That is, if you imagine something accumulating, you get a load, and after it basically you basically keep piling more and more and more of that onto something. Right? Bioaccumulation happens when you get, say, toxins, right? Let's say you get a fish that might eat 1 gram of this toxin, right? But then a bigger fish eats 10 of those smaller fishes, right? Now you've got 10 grams, and would you call it, of this toxin in that bigger fish, right? And then us humans will may eat 3 of those fishes. Now we've got 30 grams of that chemical in us, right? Bioaccumulation. The further up the food chain you get, right, the more accumulated those toxins, those poisons become, right? Because that the higher up in the food chain, the more of those small animals you're eating, right? So we're getting fucked up by these antics. But this is Esau destroying the world. Right, it says Isaiah 24 and 5 says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenants." Right? One of the things they do is they don't observe the land Sabbath, right, which causes all the crops to just be weak. Which is why he then has to come up with the solution of a roundup, weed killers, pesticides, this, that, and the other, right? Because he's not following the land, so therefore the earth itself is physically defiled. The earth has lost its strength, right? The earth has lost its strength, and the fruit that it's bringing forth ain't meat. Right, that's why everyone's sick. And then, like I said, no, I didn't go into it, but then roundups where you got what do you call it? You got people now saying that they what do you call it? They cause cancer, right? So this guy's just, and this man's killing you in all what do you call it, from all angles. Because what's the way to deal with cancer, man? Right? You be having a what do you call it? There's certain things you can do, certain things you can take. But if you have a good diet in general, most diseases you'll be able to get rid of, right? A diet where you're eating the right herbs, you're eating the right fruits, vegetables, and having a balanced diet, right? Food with genuine nutrition, right? People won't be as diseased as they are today. I mean, cancer is a plague of the earth, man. How many people you know that have cancer, right, or have been affected by cancer? I think one of the things they say is most people either know someone that has cancer or know someone that's been affected by cancer, right? So that's an actual plague in the world. But you know who can you blame for that? It's Esau, right? Which is why we read what we read over there in Matthew 24 and 22. Except those days shall be short, and they shall no flesh be saved, right? But for the elect's sake, right, those days shall be short. And you know, like I said, that's why we hasten the day. We pray to the Lord that, yo, Lord, come quickly. We see the signs happening, we see the wars and rumors of wars, and these things excite us because you know we don't want to live in a world where whales that don't see humans are dying because of human activity. Right? Who's guilty? Who's guilty of that? It ain't niggas. You know these guys want to make niggas. Which niggas? But niggas are disgusting. Don't get me wrong, man. Niggas are disgusting, right? These guys want to make it out like Jake just be going around destroying the whole planet Earth, right? You know, oh, these niggas are violent, which they are, right? But Esau's the one that has taken peace from the earth. Right? Let's get that in Revelation 6 and 4 says, and there went out a horse that was red. When that red, there's the clue to who it's talking about, right? It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword. Right? And whose blessing was the sword? Esau, right? And he's gone around taking peace from the earth, you know, man, beast. You know, you hear about what you know the effects of all these ships in the oceans, the sonar, right? This is Revelation 11:18 says, and the nations were angry, and my wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, unto the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. Right? So Esau's going to be destroyed. People ask us, oh, why does America have to be destroyed? This is one of the reasons why, right? Because Esau, the so-called white man, right, has gone around destroying the, you know, he's committed all manner of sins. You read Isaiah the 47th chapter, I believe it's Isaiah 47th chapter, says her sins have mounted up into heaven, man, right? This is Ezekiel 4:13, right? On the point that I was saying about bioaccumulation, right? Because all those fish are eating all of these, you know, these small plastics, right? I think they said something like, I mean, I forget the number itself, so I won't say it, but they say that even humans be eating some of these microplastics because it's they eat what, you know, we eat what they eat, right? Ezekiel 4:13 says, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I drive them, whither I will drive them, right? So Israel was driven, and we're here, and you know, apparently food in America is significantly worse. Was that one of the elders, Elder Adams, talking about ketchup, right, in the video he did a while back, right? But how he knew a guy from here, and you know how the guy from here basically compared ketchup from America and ketchup from England, despite being the same product, right? And basically saying that ketchup in America was just hella defiled. You know, I mean, the guy, the elder said it was hella defiled, but you know, just proof to you, man, that you know we eat shit, man. We eat shit, and we just gotta get out of here, man. All right, so Lord's will you edified, and that will say shalom.